Good afternoon, the Midday News. My name is David Ojo. Human rights lawyer and civil society organization have alleged that the Department of State Service, DSS, is plotting to frame the Central Bank of Nigerian Governor Godwin Emefiele on terrorism sponsorship against Nigeria. To get Emefiele arrested, the group under the auspices of Coalition of National Interest Defender alleged the DSS has secretly instituted an action against him at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Describing the alleged action of the DSS as a strange development in the history of the country, the group demanded immediate sack of the Director General of DSS, Osbc, to prevent him from setting the country ablaze. Addressing a joint press conference in Abuja, convener of the coalition, Tochukwu Uwazurike, said the security agency filed a motion in court accusing the CBN governor of terrorism financing and other it's described as economic crime on national security dimension. The Minister of State for Health, Okumaka Nkama, has lamented the acute shortage of doctors, nurses, and other health professionals in government hospitals across all levels, including tertiary health institutions, due to increasing immigration syndrome. The minister said these while speaking at the inauguration of bedded intensive care unit, neonatal intensive care unit, pediatric intensive care unit, and labor ward at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital. Nkama said that the Federal Ministry of Health, with other government agencies, including the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, is working very hard to ensure that existing staff is replaced as soon as seamlessly as possible. The ministry is also working on a brain gain mechanism whereby health professionals in diaspora can be incentivized to come home and give paid expert service to the citizens. The present administration under Governor Ademola Adeleke is committed to ensuring that a state-owned media outfit is rated as one of the best in the country. The Deputy Governor, Prince Kola Adeosi, made this known at a briefing session with the management of the Osun State Broadcasting Corporation, OSBC, and the State Ministry of Information and Civic Orientation. Deputy Governor's Office correspondent Sahid Adebaje has the details.
The Director General of Osun State Broadcasting Corporation, OSBC, Mr. Rashid Folaranmi, led the management staff of the corporation to brief the state government on the state of affairs of the state-owned broadcast outfit, intimating the Deputy Governor, Prince Kola Adeosi, on the operation of Osun State Broadcasting Corporation. The Director General, Mr. Folaranmi, explained that the state-owned media outfit operates on 6 different channels of radio and televisions with the aim of educating, entertaining, and promoting government activities and programs. Mr. Folaranmi, who explained that a lot of money has been expended to ensure the smooth running of the corporation, noted that most of the equipment which the media outfit is using to broadcast its news and programs are obsolete. The Director General said that, not minding the shortage of manpower, the media outfit has done much in thinking out of the box by creating business partner committee, a step that has led to procurement of a vehicle, desktop computers, laptops, and air conditioners. He therefore called on the state government to come to the aid of the media outfit so that it will compete favorably with other internationally recognized media.
If it were to be new equipment, we would have diverted our revenue to scaling up our activities. But what we have concentrated upon mostly is to sustain transmission, and that we have been doing. And we are pleased to inform Your Excellency that this management you are seeing here, sir, has been very, very committed. Committed in terms of even forgoing their comfort to ensure that things move.
Responding, the Deputy Governor, Prince Kola Adeosi, said that without mincing words, highly professional personalities are assembled at OSBC. He, however, pointed that bureaucracy and political influence as factors militating against the corporation's optimal performance.
DG, let's look at it. Let the directors put us together. What can we do to move these decisions forward? We will not hinder any political party from doing their things. Only that, just have a balance in reporting.
Prince Adewusi therefore pledged the readiness of the present administration's commitment to right the wrongs and reshaping OSBC in a way that it will meet modern-day media outfit. From the office of the Deputy Governor, this is Said Adeboje reporting.
The Deputy Governor of Osun State, Prince Kola Adewusi, has assured the management of the State Ministry of Information and Civic Orientation of better working conditions, just as he called for productivity among staff. Prince Adewusi stated these during a brief with the management of the ministry. Once again, Deputy Governor's Office correspondent Said Adeboje completes the story.
For several minutes, the coordinating director of the State Ministry of Information and Civic Orientation, Mrs. Bukola Aderibigbe, stood before the panel inaugurated by the Governor Ademola Adeleke-led administration on the happenings in the ministry. Mrs. Aderibigbe highlighted the assets and liabilities of her ministry, which she said were managed with utmost commitment. The coordinating director, who explained that the State Ministry of Information and Civic Orientation has a government printing press and modern conference hall, however, rendered her displeasure that the facilities are now being patronized by government agencies and parastatals. According to Mrs. Aderibigbe, the Ministry of Information and Civic Orientation is ever committed to bridging the gap between the citizen and the government. Mrs. Aderibigbe said that plans are underway to design a program like Labe Odan, Ogbeniti Daybreak, and Agbero for Governor Ademola Adeleke-led administration, which she said that will allow citizens of the state of Osun to intimate the governor.
Something like Agili Money or any other, or one of them will surface when the time comes. Also, we develop strategies for specific state policies, programs, and projects. We also act as catalysts of change among the people and share and give feedback, just like I said. We assess government impacts of the populace. There was a time we engaged media executives to go and look at various projects in the state.
Deputy Governor Prince Kola Adewusi, while speaking, appreciated the efforts of the Information Ministry at promoting government activities and programs. Prince Adewusi, however, called for confidentialities among staff of the ministry, most especially those working at the government printing press. He noted that the state government will do all within its reach to ensure that needed facilities are provided to the ministry.
Government is willing to assist the ministry if you make effort on your own part.
From the office of the Deputy Governor, this is Said Adeboje reporting.
Now to some sports stories. Gen Chief Demetri Dekande hopes Paul Unaju will remain at the club till the end of the season despite interest from clubs around Europe. Unaju could leave Genk in January next year, with a number of clubs already circling around him following another impressive campaign. The Nigeria international has already netted 13 times in the 14 appearances for the club. Dekande confirmed a number of clubs are interested in the striker, but reiterated their desire to keep him at the club. Unaju was top scorer in the Belgian Pro League with 33 goals in 38 league outings 2 seasons ago. The 28-year-old battled to stay on his feet last season, but still managed to hit the net 21 times in 35 league appearances. And now to some foreign stories. The Commercial Bank of Ethiopia said it has resumed financial services in some towns in the war-torn region of Tigray, enabling residents to access their funds after a shutdown lasting more than a year. The announcement followed the signing of a peace deal between the federal government and the Tigrayan rebel last month, aimed at ending the brutal 2-year conflict and humanitarian crisis in the northern Ethiopia. Report says following the peace agreement reached recently, the bridges in Shea, Alamata, and Korem City have started receiving money sent from abroad and locally, as well as depositing money. Access to northern Ethiopia is severely restricted, and Trigay has been under the communication blackout for more than a year, making it impossible for journalists to independently verify the situation on ground. A group of politicians in Southeast Asia has urged regional governments to immediately launch a search and rescue operation for a boat reported to be carrying hundreds of Rohingya refugees that has been adrift in water off the coast of Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and India for weeks. Report says the appeal from the Asian Parliamentarian for Human Rights came as media outlets in India said the boat, which could be carrying hundreds of refugees, including women and children, had drifted from the Malacca Strait and into Indian waters off the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Report says that the captain of the stricken boat gave to a Rohingya refugee, Mohammed Khan Ruzuan, in Bangladesh Cox's Bazar. At least 3 people on board had already died due to starvation and dehydration. With that story on foreign comes to the end of Midday News. Join us at 3 for State News. Thanks for watching and bye for now.